Good morning, Traventures. So, Anne and I are going to Banff. It's one of the most beautiful places on our list to go, and we cannot wait to arrive. We leave very early tomorrow morning, about 4 o'clock.
We will land in Stirling, Calgary. Preparation for landing. Please stow your bags. Others here in front of you. Sit back, the tray table up and right. Seatbelt is fastened.
Good morning, Traventures.
Good morning, guys.
We are finally here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada, and we got here yesterday, had no sleep, but it's okay. No. Today we are going to the 3 major lakes, maybe 3 of them. I don't know if we're gonna hit all 3 of them, but it's okay. We'll at least get 2 in, Emerald Lake and Lake Louise. If we have time, we'll go to Moraine Lake too.
Yeah, if not, I think we're gonna wake up early tomorrow morning and go at sunrise, which will be so beautiful.
Yeah.
But today we are here. We're finally going to Banff. This has just been a very long anticipated trip for us, and we're so excited to be here. And just even looking out our window right now, it's just so beautiful. We've only scratched the surface of Canmore, so I can't even imagine what Banff's gonna be like. We actually went out into the little town of Canmore last night and grabbed a bite to eat, but that's all we really did because we just needed a rest.
Yeah, but you know what? We'll show you some of the pictures. We didn't really vlog too much there, but we'll show you some of the pictures of the stuff right here. As you can see, the food, it was really good. It was artisan. A lot of it was just some stuff that you would never expect to be put together. So that the flavor was out of this world, you know, in terms of what we were used to, but that didn't take away from it at all. I mean, it's a very romantic setting, beautiful place.
Even the one dish that we're gonna insert right here, the tuna with potato, just very different, but once you put all the flavors and everything in your mouth together, just taste it, your like mouth exploded.
Like Ratatouille.
Yeah.
One of our favorite movies. One of the cool things about this hotel, we're staying at the Malcolm Hotel right in Canmore. It's in the middle of a split river, Spring Creek. So Spring Creek splits on both sides and you're kind of on the island in between.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Yeah.
And this whole area is actually called Spring Creek where we're staying, and there's a bunch of different little shops and other hotels and apartment buildings that they're actually building right to the right of us. So once everything's built up, this place is gonna be amazing. I just can't even imagine what it's gonna be like in a few years once everything's finished.
Yeah, it's the perfect quintessential place to be in Canada, for sure. We met a woman on the plane.
She actually lives here, and she gave us a lot of information about, you know, the city of Canmore. The mountains right outside of our hotel are called the Three Sisters, and this is what Canmore is actually famous for. Yeah,
this is just one of the mountains. We have 2 more behind us, but it kind of creates this valley, kind of like a bowl, where Canmore sits in the middle of it.
So we're about to head out to Emerald Lake right now. It takes about an hour and a half to get there from our hotel, so we have a bit of a drive ahead of us, but a very scenic and beautiful one.
Banff National Park was established in 1885, making it Canada's oldest park. It's located in the Canadian Rockies about 100 miles west of Calgary and encompasses 2,500 square miles of mountainous terrain with many glaciers, waterfalls, lakes, and rivers. It's also home to the grizzly bear, elk, cougar, moose, and bighorn sheep. If you ever get a chance to visit this area, do so, because we've never been to a more beautiful place in the world.
We are here in the parking lot of Emerald Lake, and it is so jam-packed with people. That's definitely something to note if you're coming here or any of the lakes. They are very, very crowded with parking, and sometimes they'll even turn you away. So definitely make sure you get here early, or think about maybe taking a shuttle from the town of Banff. I know they have some of those that you guys can take and you don't even have to worry about any parking. We've been driving around, I would say, for about 10 minutes now trying to find a spot, and it is very, very crowded. We are here. We made it to Emerald Lake with the parking very congested, but yeah, it was all worth it. So it's just so beautiful out. It's about 64 degrees and very cool. It feels like fall back home, and we're absolutely loving it. And Emerald Lake is in Yoho National Park, and it is the largest lake in Yoho National Park.
Yeah, there's 61 of them. 61 lakes and ponds. Yeah.
Wow. And there's so many people canoeing right now, and you can rent a canoe. I think it's about $70, which $70 is a bit pricey per hour, but yeah, I mean, with this beautiful scene around you, it's just, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we might canoe. We're just still deciding. Ooh, there's a fly. And there also is a great restaurant over there. We looked it up on Yelp and Open Table, and we heard they have some great appetizers and stuff like that, so we might head over there depending on if there's a long line or not.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but Tom Wilson, he was a Canadian tour guide back in the late 1800s, stumbled on this lake after he named Lake Louise Emerald Lake first. But he came to this one, found it trying to find his wild horses that ran away from him, and named this one Emerald Lake.
The water is so blue behind me, and we actually just took a little hike on the left side perimeter of the lake, and it goes, I'm not sure how far it actually goes, but we've been hiking for about 10 minutes, and it's been great just to get some views in and different perspectives. Dave's been taking some great pictures, and it's just so calm and peaceful here. It's very quiet and serene, and we're just loving it. So it's obviously August right now, and there's no snow anywhere, but when we were coming up this path, there's signs posted everywhere for avalanche warnings. So I think during the winter months, there's actually active avalanches that come down this mountain, but really beautiful, and we're just having a great time here. I think we're gonna head over to Cilantro, which is a restaurant right here on property, and grab something to eat, so we'll see you guys over there. So the restaurant is sadly closed because they have a private event going on tonight, but they actually have this cute little coffee spot right on the side, and you can get coffee, teas, hot chocolate, and they also have some granola bars and little snacks like that. So definitely a good option if you don't want to spend a lot of money at the restaurant. So here we are at our second stop of the day, and right behind me you can see Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. It looks so beautiful already. Just from this angle, I can't even imagine what it looks like right in front of the lake. But yeah, it's raining out a little bit, so we were lucky enough to get a spot right up front because I think people were leaving. And it only took us about 25 minutes to get here from Emerald Lake, and really easy, quick drive, and just so beautiful as always. Driving anywhere around Canada is beautiful. So we're about to head up and take this little pathway over here up to the lake. Remember when we told you about all those people and crowds? Well, here they are. There's a lot of people here, and this isn't even the high time of the day where it gets the most crowded.
But behind them is pretty nice.
This is one of the lakes I recommend coming early in the morning because of just all the people. We are now back in our hotel after a very long day of hiking around and getting some great footage of the lakes. It gets so packed at these lakes, you know, after 9 o'clock. If you're not there before 9 o'clock, it might be very tough to get a spot, and we actually lucked out at Lake Louise because we went later in the day, so that's something to note. If you can't make it there before sunrise or very early in the morning, it might be beneficial or smart to go later in the day around 3 or 4 o'clock like we did, because we just pulled right up and got a spot right by the chateau, and it was perfect. So, and out of both lakes today, my favorite lake would have to be Emerald Lake. It was just very quiet and serene and not packed at all. Lake Louise was so busy, so it was really hard to even get a picture or walk around without having tons of people and tourists around you. So I think I definitely enjoyed Emerald Lake a lot more. Don't get me wrong, Lake Louise is so stunning and Chateau Fairmont is beautiful, like very, very beautiful. If you're staying there, that's just definitely a plus. Like you can't get a better place to stay because you are actually right on the lake. But for visiting, I would definitely recommend Emerald Lake over Lake Louise because it's just very quiet and romantic, and even though it started raining, we just really enjoyed our day. We're gonna go downstairs right now to the Stirling, which is the restaurant in our hotel, and grab a bite to eat there. On our first day here, we had some food there and it was really, really good. So for being a new restaurant, that was a great plus, and we weren't really expecting it. So we're about to head down, and Dave just took a few pictures outside. How did they turn out, hon?
Good, really nice. Actually, we should probably show you guys what's going on out there right now. The sun is setting and it is just hitting the peaks. The light. Peaks of the mountains up there. I don't know if you can see that, but
here we are at Stirling, which is a restaurant right in our hotel. So we just came downstairs to grab a bite to eat, and we actually ate here yesterday, but we ate out on the patio in the lounge area, which has a very different menu. This menu is much more extensive and much more expensive. So if you're staying or in the Canmore area, I definitely recommend coming here because it's just so beautiful. Even these booths and their decor and everything is just so new and fresh and elegant, and you just have a great feeling in here. The ambiance is beautiful, the lighting is great, and we're just enjoying it. I'm not sure if we're gonna do any starters, but I think I'm gonna go with the bison and the venison Alfredo because we're in Canada and I wanna do something different. So now it's time for the taste test. And is this the venison or the bison?
bison.
So this is the bison. It looks like it's cooked perfectly. I'm gonna get a little bit of pasta on my fork. Oh, and some venison is actually in there as well. So I'm getting the whole enchilada. And enchilada. Bison is cooked perfectly. I only got a little taste of the venison so far. Parmesan is key. The pasta is cooked al dente, so it's perfect. Really great flavor.
So I got the ribeye steak. It's 12 ounce, and I got it medium rare. Let's see how this turns out. Perfect. It's crispy on the outside, just that char on the outside, which gives it a lot of flavor. And then even the fatty meat in there has a nice texture to it that gives it a lot of flavor too. So, great, and not too fatty.
Now try the bone marrow.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what this is like here. Looks like the cheese is pretty hard on there. But I want to show you. Yeah, so there's the bone marrow. There's the bone marrow in there. See that? It kind of looks like fat, to be honest. You know what I mean? Kind of gross, but apparently it has some good flavor and it's good for you. So let's see what we got. It melts. It melts like butter. The consistency that you saw, that doesn't even make sense because it is like butter. It's like a liquid.
It's not like fatty and chewy?
No, not at all. The thing you taste the most is the cheese, the Parmesan cheese. So it's good, and if it does good for you and it's not that distasteful, then
Why not?
why not?
Bon appetit. So we are finally back in our room and in bed. So sleepy. We were gonna go for a little walk, but it's like 45 degrees out and we're just so tired. So I was like, Dave, we need to go to sleep.
Yeah, this has been a very tired trip so far. There's a lot of work involved and a lot of not sleep happening.
But we will see you guys tomorrow morning. I don't know if we're gonna go to Lake Marine tomorrow morning or Sunday, but either way, we're probably gonna definitely go to Banff. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night, guys.